Paradise on Earth. Hard to believe anyone living here would sign up for the troubles of civilization, unless somebody or something lured them into it.
Welcome back, friends. It's a Let's Play Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, starting off by turning around and coming back into the area Indy came out of.
Looks like this place used to be inhabited, and not by cavemen.
I'm not sure where Indy came from, or why he didn't notice this on his way in. But there's a little Japanese encampment here from the war. And a new enemy type. The giant lizard thing, which I will call Komodo dragons. Even though we're probably not on the Isle of Komodo, this level takes place in the Philippines. They're not real dangerous. A few bullets puts them down.
Hey! A machete. What's this?
So I mentioned last time that there was only one more level I didn't really like, and this is it. And it's not because of any aesthetic reason, and it's not because of anything other than one real thing.
What have we here? A medical kit.
This is the level that really shows the game's point-and-click adventure roots. And I'm bad at point-and-click adventures. We'll see as the level goes on, but for now, we've gotten a very important item that'll stand us in good fast for the rest of the game, and that is the machete. The only weapon that works underwater, but also absolutely crucial for puzzle solving and exploration. It is the only thing in the game that will destroy webs. Fire will not work. I missed the machete the first time I played and spent quite a long time trying to get past the webs. This level features no Soviet soldiers, which is a nice change of pace, just wildlife for once. As I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure enemies are scripted to run away when they're wounded. Another thing the machete's good for. That's right. Anything that's like a branch or like a spider web covering a doorway can be chopped away with the machete. Very useful. Another thing, absolutely critical to find in this level. I'm just sort of fumbling around here because I don't see it.
Look what I found. An entrenching tool.
An entrenching tool is a fancy word for a shovel, but it has two very important uses in this level.
There's something here.
Number one.
Well, look at this. An idol.
We find a buried treasure. We're actually at the end of the level right this second, but we can't get there yet. It's up above us. That means we've got quite a bit of trekking to do. Now, the other reason I hate this level, I guess, is because it's got a lot of swimming in it, and there are sharks and fish in the water, which are a huge pain in the butt. You can kill them, it's not worth the time, but they do a bunch of damage. We were going to go through a lot of those stockpiled med packs for now.
Aha!
Don't forget, we now have our bomb analog in order to crack open damaged walls. It'll be used for a bunch of things over the course of the game. We'll be seeing a lot of use of Ergon's part. It is, since the first one we get, it is the most used one, obviously. Our direct goal is right across the water for now. But we'll take a quick stop here to examine these mines, which will detonate and kill you if you go anywhere near them. And that Crash Zero, which is important to take note of, but not for a little while, we'll be back to it. This is the one place where I wish Indy didn't take so long to put on his hat. You can easily get nibbled on as you get out of the water. Before we continue on to our primary objective, we've got one sneakily hidden treasure underwater. They're merciful enough to only do this once, but it is right here, and I did not find it on my first play. Just up ahead, there's hard to see it. You can just barely make it out, a hole in the water. But once we get in there, we will find yet another treasure. I thought I searched around pretty thoroughly when I first played underwater, but nope, totally missed this. As you can see, the sharks are the most dangerous. They take off a big chunk of damage. As I said, you could fight them with a machete. You're probably going to lose more health than you would just swimming away from them. But they do cost us quite a few med packs over the course of the level.
Hey, an idol.
I don't generally like swimming levels in games for the most part. You know, everybody hates the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time. I don't mind it because I know how to solve the puzzle really easily. But, you know, for the most part, they are never the highlights of games. Luckily, Indy controls about as well underwater as he does below water. So we have that going in our favor at the very least. We're done with diving for now, though, so we'll carry on into the island where we face yet another Komodo dragon. I know Komodo dragons are really a lot bigger in reality, but the perspectives are all wonky in this game anyway.
Look what I found.
As someone pointed out in the thread, the Jeep we saw a few levels back was totally the wrong size for any human being. Either that or our characters are midgets. But yeah, I hope you found the machete.
Something's in there.
Because if you didn't, you're stuck here. I wandered around for, 15, 20 minutes before I finally noticed the stupid thing. Waiting on a spider there, you can see, even if you know they're there, you can't kill them until Indy decides to auto-aim. He'll shoot through the webs, no problem, which is always good to approach a web with your gun out, just in case.
Whoa. The war was not kind to that ship. Or anyone aboard, I'm guessing. A torpedo, and it's still in good shape.
The music in this game is really excellent. You know, suitably orchestral, sounds in line with the Indiana Jones, and it's all original work made for this game with the exception of the main Indiana Jones theme itself. I also missed that torpedo for a long time on my first playthrough, so I was stuck yet again. But for now, it's back in the water, and really, watch how much health I lose between here and where I'm going. It's absurd. That's pretty much it. I think I get nibbled once more by a fish on my way past, but they don't do much damage in comparison to the shark. I was over half my health bar. For now, though, we have reached our destination. I tend to cut it a little close with the underwater because I know exactly how long everything should take me. For now, though, let's see if we can get in here.
There's a keyhole here. I just need the key. It won't budge.
I'd say we're locked out. So let's take a look at the 4. A cargo crane reveals our next objective. Obviously, we can whip it.
What are those totems doing over there?
As Indy says,
If I had the right tool, I might be able to swing this crane around.
now, I found this.
Aha! An arming device for a Japanese torpedo.
Which tipped me off that there should be a torpedo somewhere, and it is actually visible from right here. I'm just incredibly unobservant. This level took me a long time to beat the first time through. It's really not that long. It's one of the shorter levels, all things considered. Just sometimes I'm a bit of an idiot. Chomp! Just a reminder, we started this area with a full health bar, and we've only gotten hit 2 or 3 times, really.
I'll just aim this tin fish over here. Well, that ought to do it.
That ought to do it indeed. We'll just top up the old health bar here and dive back in. I love the really low quality on the explosion there. It's not even an explosion. The hole just appears in the hull. But, you know, what does an underwater explosion look like? Complicated, and I assume hard to render. So this was sort of a, you know, middle ground. We'll see some explosions later on, and they are something to behold. But we've made it into the ship. If we wanted to, we could spend a whole bunch of time killing fish. Again, I don't feel it's worth it. Just get your butt in gear and get what you need. First off, need this. The fish do so little damage. I feel like giving them a steady target would honestly just make things worse. We're in for yet another little short underwater maze. This one's not too bad, but we're going to grab the treasure first so we don't have to do it mid-maze. And then head back to get our air resupplied before we drown here. I feel like there should be more skeletons, perhaps, on this wreck ship. But let's not worry about it. Let's just do this underwater section. Luckily, Indy doesn't need to breathe during a cutscene. Otherwise, we would have started chugging health at a remarkable rate. If you run out of air, it drains directly from health, and it goes down. Oh, you'll be dead in 3 seconds, probably. Less. I timed that one pretty close. I thought you guys might enjoy a little tension. Anyway, let's get inside. Have I mentioned I love the little touches in this game?
A crank.
Anyway, we found a crank, which means we can adjust that crane. But there's one thing to collect down here in the ship before we leave. Two things, actually.
A medical kit. Aha.
This level is nice enough to keep you well stocked with full heals and small heals to help you get around the chip damage and the shark damage at least. If you're looking carefully. If you weren't, I hope you saved up some money. I assume if you played on a lower difficulty, of course, this would all be slightly mitigated. But we're real explorers, real archaeologists, fearless of any beast or man that dare trade against us. No contraption will stand in our way, no infernal machine.
There.
And with that in place, all we have to do is wait for it. I swear, that plays at every opportunity, and I love it!
There's something here.
Hope you found that entrenching tool way later on, because here's the second use for it.
Well, well, look at this.
And that reveals our next destination.
What's this? Medicinal herbs.
Just check around for a few extra herbs and jump in the water. Now, we could take the left path here and swim through a short path to get directly to that door, but there's one quick stop I want to make. Yeah, here, take that, and that. Supposedly the machete is really effective against human targets. I'll have to try it out at some point. Maybe we will whip the weapon out of another man's hand. Luckily, this level's a big circle, so we sort of just went across the middle, and we can get right to that door from this direction just as easily. But a very important item, if we were to go directly to the door, we'd find out that it is stuck, and the only thing in our inventory we can use underwater right now is the hammer, which won't work on the door. And this is really where the game starts being a point-and-click adventure. Use everything on your inventory on everything. If it's still in your inventory, you haven't used it enough. You may remember the down plane from earlier. Well, here's what it's for. That's right, we need the propeller from the plane. Not gonna give me that time, fish. Just catching my bearings. I got a little turned around. I thought I was going the wrong direction. But let's just head into this next little area. This is definitely the water level of the game, as I said, and it does not overstay its welcome. We're almost done, in fact. Another few minutes and we'll be out of here. Since I interrupted the music anyway, let's just hurry this up. Gotta be quick in here. If you don't grab that treasure on your first pass, you'll have to come back down and face the shark again. The air meter is surprisingly generous, though I can't hold my breath as long as Indy can. I tried. Cutting it a little close with the water there again. I like to live dangerously. I also wasted a full heal here. I probably could have gotten away with a small kit, or a medicinal herb. Sorry, medicinal sprig is the small healing item. To our left is our ultimate destination for this level, but one last quick detour. As you can see, there's a gate blocking our way, and we haven't gotten all the treasure yet.
Now what?
I get a little turned around here. But just a short bit of platforming is all that stands between us and the beginning of the level, where I said we were almost done. Or at the end of the level, I mean. No, Indy, not that way. As I said, I got a little turned around. And with that, we have reached our objective. You may have seen the totem overlooking that medicinal herb, and near where we found the shovel, but it is actually the switch to open that gate. As I said, it's not actually a bad level, it's kind of clever. I almost died here, no questions. I got lucky. But I just don't really like it. I think it's kind of oddly paced, and, as I said, I'm bad at point-and-click adventures. I missed, like, a whole bunch of this stuff. Especially the propeller on the plane, and the machete. Just, it felt like a pickle hunt to me. Otherwise, though, we're all done here, and I will see you next time.